Hello children, welcome again to the virtual session. So here we begin with a new chapter for heat. So in this chapter you are going to learn that heat is a form of energy and it's a form of energy which can be measured. The heat is a form of energy which is a quantity which can be measured as we measure distance in terms of centimeter, meter, kilometer. We measure weight in gram, kilograms and all. Similarly, heat is also measurable quantity. So you will in this chapter you are going to learn the various aspects of heat, the devices which are used to measure this quantity of heat energy. So heat is a form of energy. So let us begin. Let us see. Now let us see what do you mean by hot and cold. So the concept of hot and cold we need to understand now. In a daily life we come across a number of objects. Some of them are hot and some of them are cold. So what does that mean to you? Example, tea is hot and ice is cold. Some objects are hotter than others and some are colder than others. We often decide when objects is hotter than the other by touching the objects. So this we all know that by touching the object we try to find out whether it's cold or hot. We cannot always rely on our senses of touch to decide how hot or how cold an object is. Just merely touching will give you an idea of the heat present or absent of heat, but it will not give you the exact amount of heat present. So the hotness of an object is measured by its temperature. So the measuring quantity over here is temperature. Like how you measure distance in terms of centimeter, meter, kilometer. You measure weight in terms of gram, kilogram and all. Similarly, to measure the hotness of an object, you have a unit temperature. So let us see. Temperature is a measure of the degree of hotness of an object. So you please take down this in your notebook, children. Whatever mentioned in the video session to be written in the notebook, please write it down. Temperature is measured by a device called thermometer. Please take this down in your notebook. Now here you can see a picture of clinical thermometer, how it is calibrated and the use of mercury in the clinical thermometer. All that we are going to see in this session. So it is calibrated. The calibration we are going to discuss how it is used to check human body temperature and all. So this is a picture of clinical thermometer. So calibration differently. You have different scale. You can have degree Celsius, you can have Fahrenheit. So depends. Digital nowadays use digital thermometer. Normal body temperature 37 degrees Celsius. Increase in your body temperature shows some kind of illness or some kind of infection in the body, due to which your body your blood cells try to fight against and then your body temperature rises. So your normal body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. So nowadays digital thermometers are mostly used. Measuring thermometer, the thermometer that measures the temperature of a body is called clinical thermometer. So measuring temperature, under this you make a point in your notebook. The thermometer that measures the temperature of a body is called clinical thermometer. Please write down in your notebook, and you have to draw this diagram of clinical thermometer in your notebook after writing the definition of clinical thermometer. So a clinical thermometer, it has a thread of mercury inside with a glass tube, a thread of mercury inside, and it is covered with a glass tube, and it has that bulb, you can see it's filled with mercury, and when it comes in contact with the hot body, the mercury level will rise. It is calibrated. Calibration means as you have calibration in your scale which you use to draw lines. So you have 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter. So like that it is calibrated. From 35 onwards, it shows till over here it shows till 42 degrees Celsius. So clinical thermometer, you need to draw this bulb, you need to draw this kink. What is kink? Kink is a constriction, you can see a bend in the thread of the mercury inside. So we will see what exactly the purpose of the kink in this session. You have to draw this in your notebook. So a clinical thermometer has a long narrow glass tube. It has a bulb at one end containing mercury. It has a scale called Celsius scale marked in 0 degree Celsius. A clinical thermometer reads temperature from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. The clinical thermometer has a small kink near the bulb to prevent the mercury level from falling down. So what is the purpose of the king? What is the role of the king? To prevent the mercury level from falling down. You have to take down this in your notebook. And take down the normal temperature of the human body is 37 degrees Celsius. Then reading a clinical thermometer. How to read a clinical thermometer? The method is shown over here because normally at home you can keep the clinical thermometer to to keep a check on your body temperature. So it can normally it can be used at home. Wash the thermometer with an antiseptic solution. Hold it firmly and give it a few jerks to bring the level of the mercury below 35 degrees Celsius. Then place the bulb of the thermometer under your tongue. After 1 minute, take out the thermometer and note the reading. This will be your body temperature. So let us see the picture of this. This is how in your mouth you are going to keep the thermometer to check your body temperature. Then you have laboratory thermometer. A laboratory thermometer has a long narrow glass tube. So you need to understand the difference between clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. There are two different types of thermometer. You cannot use laboratory thermometer to check your body temperature. So laboratory thermometer are made differently because it has a different purpose, different uses. Clinical thermometer to check our body temperature, and laboratory thermometer has a wide application. So let us see how it is made and what are the uses of this lab thermometer. A laboratory thermometer has a long narrow glass tube. It has a bulb at one end containing mercury. It has a scale marked in degrees Celsius. Again, the range of the laboratory thermometer is generally minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. So see the construction, the making of the laboratory thermometer and clinical thermometer is different. Calibration of laboratory thermometer and clinical thermometer is different. So you need to see the calibration and the making of the lab thermometers. They are totally different. So calibration over here is minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. You just need to write this laboratory thermometer notes in your notebook. Next, measuring temperature with laboratory thermometer. How you measure temperature? Take some tap water in a beaker. Dip the thermometer in the water so that the bulb of the thermometer does not touch the bottom or the sides of the beaker. It's extremely important because otherwise it will affect the reading of the thermometer. So you need to be very careful when you are placing the bulb. You have to make such arrangement so that it will not touch the bottom or the sides of the beaker. Hold the thermometer vertically. The mercury level rises. Wait till the level of mercury becomes steady. You need to wait because it will fluctuate for some time. Note the level of the mercury. This will be the temperature of the water. So this is how you actually measure temperature of many substances in the lab. Mostly liquid you see, water and many other. You can find the boiling point of water with the help of lab thermometer. You can find the melting point of ice by lab thermometer. Many applications, many other liquids can be used. This is how you have to hold in a beaker. This is a conical flask they have used, and you just need to hold it, and you have to see that the thermometer you keep with a steady hand, and you have to see that the rise mercury will rise, and it has to have to come in a steady reading. It has to stop at one point and then you have to take the reading. Then assignment for the day: You have to write down this question in your notebook and you have to answer this. Shopkeepers selling ice blocks usually cover them with jute sacks. Explain why. Whatever we have discussed just now in this session, the concepts on the temperature, hot and cold objects, this question is related to that. So you need to understand and write this on your own. Next one, in a mercury thermometer, the level of mercury rises when the bulb comes in contact with a hot object. What is the reason for this rise in the level of mercury? So these are two simple questions you need to answer. You need to go through the video again and again. If you don't understand, you need to go through the video, everything is explained, and then you need to write the answers in your notebook. So this is the assignment questions for the day. Here we end the session, children. We will continue with the same in the next session. Have a great day.